Hello you guys, Alexa the Alchemy here for your weekly card pull. Today I'm going to be doing a pull for the week of January 30th through February 5th, 2023. And this reading is designed for anyone who has predominant Gemini placements in their natal chart. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. This reading is for you. Today I'm going to be using the Crystal Spirits Oracle deck. It's one of my absolute favorites, a very encouraging deck. So in general, messages that come out of this one are always very positive guidance. And for those of you who have tuned in before with my readings, you may know that in the past I have done a card pull in advance with one card per sign. This week and probably in the future weeks, I'm feeling called, worst shuffle ever, I'm feeling called to do the readings live. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I don't know, these don't want to shuffle at all. So I think we're done. We're done shuffling. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see here. That card wanted to come out, so we're just gonna leave him out. And what else is coming through? There were a few cards for the readings, the other readings that I have already done, that it seems like there are some themes for this week, so we'll see if any of those messages, Lord, come through. You guys must think I'm terrible at what I do. I'm just clumsy, and yeah, okay. This seems good. We'll start with these 5 and see where it goes. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. So, my dear Geminis, for this upcoming week, I feel like there's a lot of really exciting things happening for you. Okay, first card that I want to share is Seraphos Green Quartz. And if you're not into crystals or whatever, just listen to the message. You don't have to pay attention to the crystal itself. But Seraphos Green Quartz, the primary message with this card is a level of life on life's terms. Main message that comes through with this is joie de vivre, which is the joy of life, the joy of living. Not everything is going to happen on your schedule the way that you want it to, my dear Geminis. I'm so sorry to say it. That card also wants to come up. Oh, nice. Okay. Not everything is going to happen on your terms, and there is a level of excitement that can unfold from that. I feel like some of you may resist that, but this card was pulled upright, which is very encouraging in general. And I feel like there's some things this week that will unfold or are unfolding or have unfolded for you recently that are reminding you of things happening in the way that create situations that are meant to be. Whether or not you feel like it right now, eventually I think everyone, well, not everyone, if you choose to take on this perspective though, you will hit places in your life where you look back and you see the way that all of the events that unfolded brought you to exactly where you are in that moment. And there is a level of like divinity with that, a level of perfection that's happening and unfolding with that. And I think that's really, sorry, I have an itch on my back. I feel like that's really, I don't know. My brain is just like, hold on one second. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I feel like some of you may be struggling with this in general. Ultimately, there are some things that are being pulled up for you to see as a result of especially any events that have been really challenging for you. I do feel like some of you may be in situations where there's tension with other people or tension within different parts of yourself. Maybe some conflict within work relationships or partnerships, conflict with a spouse or a partner or a loved one, maybe with parents or family members. I feel like there is some level of conflict and tension, and some of you may be, again, struggling with that and struggling to see that there is a natural process that these relationships are meant to have, and there's probably a reason why they are unfolding in this way, and maybe that's something that you have a little bit of resistance to. I pulled for you guys cards number 27 and 28, both in reverse. So card number 27 is the card of Jade. This card has a lot to do with treasures that are hidden within, maybe like hidden talents, things that maybe aren't really like seen super readily. Again, pulled in reverse, this has a lot to do with yourself. So maybe there are certain talents that you have that you are not sharing with the world, certain things, maybe emotions almost that you're not exposing to the world, things that you're keeping, like cards, you're keeping some cards close to your chest. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but a big message with this is allowing that positive essence that you carry to shine through, and other people will benefit from that. I think some of you may have lost sight of the fact that you have inherent value. You have you're bringing a lot to the table, my Geminis, and some of you may need to get back in touch with that love that you have for yourself. So if the theme of conflict is applying to yourself, I would encourage you, my dear Gemini, to spend some time really actively trying to restore a sense of self-love again. The card of Kyanite, also pulled in reverse, has a lot to do with diplomacy, maybe building bridges, mending fences, kind of, I don't know why I said fences, mending mending some kind of a relationship. I feel like some of you, again, there's been some kind of a conflict, haven't been pulled in reverse. If this doesn't apply to your relationships with people around you, maybe this could be two different sides of yourself. There was another reading I did this week where this was also a theme of these two sides of yourself in conflict and needing to like allow for the coexistence of them. And I think for some of you, this might be a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, I feel like there's some kind of like self-love, self-nourishing that may need to happen, but this also could extend to the people around you. Okay, yeah. In that same vein, in the way of like love and forgiveness and mending things, I also pulled Pink Sapphire. And Pink Sapphire is all about forgiveness of others, forgiveness of the self maybe. So anything in your life where you feel like there is a level of tension or anger, this card is really a strong encouragement for you to allow your connections to be a little bit stronger and a little bit more loving with your community and with people around you, and also with yourself. I mean, your relationships to others is a reflection of your relationship to yourself. So if you're seeing a lot of tension, if you're seeing a lot of broken relationships and whatnot, I would encourage you to take some time out to look at how you are relating to yourself. If this is feeling overwhelming, or if aspects of your life are feeling overwhelming, maybe the tension that you're feeling isn't even within yourself or with your relationships, maybe it's just like your relationship to work or to life. I think some of you really need to slow down. My dear Geminis, I think, so I pulled Blue Chalcedony in, this one was upright, and I pulled Lepidolite. I pulled Lepidolite in reverse, and Blue Chalcedony is all about slowing down. Easy does it. Maybe like a level of like restoring balance and serenity and just not moving so fucking fast all the time. And Lepidolite is all about one task at a time. So I feel like some of you may have been rushing through things. You may have been trying to gloss things over. Trying to bullet through things. Maybe some of your relationships, maybe this is maybe some of those tensions that you have, or some relationships, are at the expense of your desire to move through things and to move through them quickly. And I think this week, my Geminis, it will really benefit you to take a minute to take your foot off the fucking gas pedal and to slow down and to reconnect again with yourself and with other people, and to understand that moving fast sometimes can tarnish relationships. So if you're feeling like that is true for you, oh, interesting. Sorry, I felt called to pull that one up. If you're feeling like you need to figure out a new path, or okay, the phrase that's coming through for me right now is that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So some of you may be trying to move quickly through things, but in doing so, you're actually making more errors, and it's causing you to have to go back and fix certain things. It could be your relationships with other people. So I would just encourage you to be cognizant of how fast you are trying to move. The card that was just sitting on the pile that I really felt called to pull for you actually ended up being the card of Black Tourmaline. And this card is all about self-protection, dispelling unwanted energies, and kind of clearing negative energies off of your pathway. This has a lot to do with good boundaries, healthy boundaries, and I will say that the card of Kyanite has a lot to do with diplomacy and healthy relationships. So when these two cards come up together in one reading, something is really strongly telling me that you might have relationships to some people. I'm getting the word coworker or work environment, but like, no, coworker specifically. Some of you may have relationships that you may want to have this level of diplomacy. You may want to have a connection with them. You may want to come to an agreement, and the other party may or may not be willing to do that. And message with Kyanite is that it takes two to tango. So yes, there is a time when it's important to give and to sacrifice and to hear other people out, but there's also a point where sometimes you need to just say no. Especially if the other party is not willing to reciprocate. Like, let's say you're willing to put in the work to come to an agreement, you're willing to sacrifice whatever is, not whatever is necessary, but you're willing to make certain sacrifices to come to an agreement. Again, the purpose, the energy behind it is a willingness to come to an agreement. And if the other parties are not willing to do that, or they're not willing to meet you halfway, then there is no problem, and in fact there is an encouragement to say no to those connections, especially if they are draining you and they are not balanced. Because Kyanite is all about not only, I mean, it's about harmony and harmony within your relationships, but it is specifically about balanced harmony within relationships. And so Black Tourmaline, whenever this card comes up, it tells me that maybe there are some situations where boundaries are not being respected, or maybe there are some unwanted energies at the root of the way other people are acting that is really kind of harsh on you. And again, kind of funny, I did pull 27 and 28 for the Jade and the Kyanite, and I pulled 10 and 11 for the Black Tourmaline and the Blue Chalcedony. So we have a lot of numbers, a lot of close numbers. I don't know how I'm saying this. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I feel like there is something in the way of like, interesting. Okay, hold on. I'm getting a hot little download here. I feel like there's something in the way of the natural flow, and it's the natural flow of life. Step 1 to step 2 to step 3 to step 4, like this incremental component of life, and that is part of the unfolding of life on life's terms. Joie de vivre. That's part of life unfolding as it should. So there's definitely like a pattern here, or an unfolding here, that is meant to, it's meant to happen. And if it feels like this is all unfolding or unraveling really, really quickly, again, you have full power to slow things down, to take it easy, to just focus on one thing at a time. You don't need to be doing everyone else's busy work. I feel like when you're doing the busy work for other people, or you're doing the work for other people, and again, that's implying some kind of imbalance within relationships, and maybe that's draining you, and maybe that's taking away from your ability to see your own gifts, to see the gifts that you have within yourself. And if that is the case, you need to forgive yourself, you need to forgive the situation, you need to forgive the other people involved, and try to come at it from a place of love. And if the other people or the other parties that are involved are not allowing this to happen, if they are not allowing you to come at this from a place of love where you can reestablish a connection, or have a healthy connection with people, I think, not that you need to cut them off, but I think it's really important with Black Tourmaline to allow yourself to step away from connections that are unhealthy for you to the degree that is necessary. Doesn't mean a full cutoff, but it could mean like I need a little bit of space or whatever. Also, final piece, I do feel like the Seraphos Green Quartz and Black Tourmaline, also when these two are pulled side by side, it could mean that the universe is creating these severances for you. The universe is creating these divides, or these connections are kind of like shifting, and it's not by your doing, it's not by your choice, it is the universe that's doing it for you. And my dear, that is the universe's way of trying to protect you. The universe is not trying to fuck you up or ruin your life. It's trying to give you what you actually need and what you've actually tried to call into your life. So if you are struggling with this process Have love for yourself, have grace for yourself, be kind to yourself. This isn't necessarily always going to be easy. However, I do think that you will find that it is worth it in the end. So yeah, and I do think that there's a lot of encouragement with this. Again, having pulled Seraphos green quartz in the upright position, this does imply that there's a level of joy and excitement that can unravel as a result of allowing these shifts to happen. So yeah, life is happening on life's terms. Trust the process, my dear. I know it may feel challenging for you, but there is a deeper purpose for it, and that deeper purpose is protecting you. So have faith in that. All right, if you haven't already, please make sure that you check out the other videos for this week, especially if you want a little bit more guidance. If you feel like you need more guidance than that, please feel free to reach out to me. I do private readings if you're interested, whether it's for astrology, natal chart readings, or oracle. You can find me on Instagram or TikTok at alexab.alchemy. And also make sure that you subscribe to my channel here. I do these readings every single week free of charge, so if you ever want the guidance, there's always a space here for you to tune in. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up so that I know, and we'll continue creating content as such. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. My dear Geminis, I love you so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next one. Mwah. Have a good day.